Hi, boys and girls, Mrs. Clark here. Today in math, we're going to talk about equivalent names for numbers. Have you ever been called something other than the name you were given? I know I have. I get called lots of different names. You guys call me Mrs. Clark, but my family doesn't call me Mrs. Clark. My family calls me wife, mommy, sister, aunt. I have lots of different names. My husband has nicknames for me. One of my nicknames is Numb. I don't know where he got that from. But we all have lots of different names that people call us. So today we're going to do the same with numbers. We're going to talk about equivalent names for numbers. So here we go. So just like you have lots of different names, numbers can be called different names as well. Those are called equivalent names. I see a word here, equivalent, sort of looks like the word equal. Name as many ways as you can think of to get 10 by adding two numbers. Let's see what you guys come up with. These are the problems that I came up with. All of these adding problems equal 10. So another name for 10 is 1 plus 9, 8 plus 2, 6 plus 4. We can also use subtraction problems as equivalent names for the number 10. These are the ones that I came up with. 10 minus 0 equals 10. 20 minus 10 is 10. 15 minus 5 is also 10. So even though I did not just write the number 10 by itself, I came up with other names for 10. So we call these equivalent names for 10. We can also use words to make names for 10 as well, not just numbers. We could write the word 10. We could even say, another name for 10 is 2 less than a dozen. If you're not familiar with the word dozen, a dozen is 12, and 2 less than a dozen equals 10. So we can use words to name numbers too. As I was brainstorming more names for numbers, particularly the number 10, I thought of a few more names for the number 10. This is a D. That means dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. I could use a dime as another name for 10. Here we have 10 tallies. We have two groups of 5, and that makes 10 altogether. So tallies could be used as a name for 10. We have a domino with 5 dots on each side. This domino is another name for 10. We have a drawing, a picture of 10 circles, and a ruler that has 10 inches could also be another name for 10. We all have different names that we're called by, and we can find lots of different ways of making numbers. Instead of just writing down the number, we can write down the number in lots of different ways. All right, signing off. Goodbye from Mrs. Clark. We'll see you tomorrow.